So we're on to week 7, and today's a check-in day, right? So starting off, I've got my breakfast, and this is, as you can see, my omelette. I actually put the recipe. It's up on a short, so you can watch on my channel, and it's a big egg omelette thing, and then a side salad. And this I prepped for 4 days now, 4 or 5 days. The next thing I'm going to do is go through some check-in stuff with you, okay? So, as you, one of my clients here now, he has dropped 9 kilos over the last 15 weeks. Again, a lot of it learning will need to be done before starting. Now, when it comes to doing a check-in, and I'll screen record this as well, right? So we can both see what I'm getting up to, okay? So when it comes to doing a check-in, I'll have a video of a client that will go through their week, right? So they'll send me a video, usually on WhatsApp. They'll send me some form videos for me to critique the technique. So as you can see here, obviously I'll zoom in on this. And then they are checking pictures. So we'll go through that first. Then we'll go through your calendar, see how much training you've done. So as we can see here now, the training has been done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sessions that week. So I'll be telling him that he's done too much training and needs a rest day. That's the feedback I gave him the week before. And as you see this week here, he's actually implemented more rest days. I told him he was doing too much. Okay, I'll go through that. As you see, it shows what phase he's in. So you got your fat loss phase here, strength phase, and it's marked out for the amount of time he's doing it. So he's got fat loss for another 3 weeks, and then on the 8th of June he'll be starting his diet break, and there's a weight target for him to hit. He's actually though at the weight target now. He's already hit the target I set in advance, so it shows he's doing well. So again, now he's ahead of schedule. It's perfect. Then we'll go through his logs, right? So on the logs, we'll see, I'll go through the week, right? So I'll go like the Monday to the Monday here, okay? And we'll go through exactly what he's doing, eating in that week. So I can see all the macros here, right? So I can see the amount of calories had, the averages, protein, fats and carbs. Then I'll click into the days, right? So I'll click into the days and I'll have a look at the meals. So in this one, I've told him, look, you've not really eaten that much. You need to eat more. Like his calories set at 17.5. He said that's the only thing he ate that day. Okay. I'll go through other things then. So like for example, I know on the Saturday, he'd only had 2 meals and was well under his protein target. So again, we will give advice on that, like what to do, what he could have changed in this, what he could have done here. So I said, like, look, then they pack of Space Raiders or 2 packs of Space Raiders, and fucking whole milk probably wasn't the best option there. Okay. Then we'll go over the lifts. So in here, I have guys go and track all their lifts. So we'll run through the numbers, as you can see him getting stronger across the lifts, okay, and what he's improving on. So a few weeks ago, he's on 100 kilos on the trap bar. He's now moved up to 10 reps, 120, okay, so you can see that increase there. Same with like some of these other exercises. I'll look and see where you can improve, along with form feedback videos, all right? And I think this is one of the best ways to get results with clients. A lot of coaches in the past would just have like a check-in form, a little bit of quick feedback, and that'd be it really. There wouldn't really be much more info off it. Even when I first started, I had my own coach before, and there weren't a massive amount of feedback, little look at numbers, but it weren't like, could you push this harder, try and increase this by 5 reps, or 5 kilos, sorry, get an extra 1 or 2 reps on that. And then when it comes to nutrition, not many coaches actually look into their clients' actual nutrition. So I'll see a coach say like, look, here it is, here's your macro targets. They'll see that the clients hit the macros, but they won't see like what food they were eating. One thing I look to do is, are you eating enough fruits? Are you eating enough veggies? Are you getting enough lentils in? Are you getting enough fibre in? All right, this is your training session. There's a double on a Tuesday. Are you feeling enough carbs around that training session? These are things you need to look at when it comes to trying to improve, because you could be hitting your macros but eating foods that don't support training or recovery. You could be missing out on key micronutrients and vitamins and minerals, again, through a lack of veggies. So these are things that I looked at to push within my clients and within my coaching to make sure everyone gets obviously good results, right? And with Brandon, he's down obviously 9, nearly 10 kilos over the 15 weeks, coming from a really bad starting point, I'd say, where he had no clue with what he was doing. Like his nutrition was awful, structure was non-existent, he ate just when he could, whatever he could. Hadn't gone in the gym in a long time, like clueless. So you can make fantastic gains in a relatively short period with the right type of coaching. So I'm going to do check-ins now, eat this, full day of check-ins. I've trained already this morning, and then I've got a meal out tonight with Beth. Actually, she didn't tell me, she tucked me up We got she's like works in a school and she does nutrition with kids and food tech, and they are cooking us food tonight in the Swansea Stadium, and I didn't know they were cooking the fucking food, so obviously I'm dieting. I went to something nice. We got a meal, sort of some chefs. Well, wicked. We got some meal with these chefs. It's the kids cooking the food. So yeah, if it's not good, I'm just I'm not gonna eat them. I'm devastated. Food's nice, right? Small portions, don't get me wrong, and I definitely felt hungry leaving, but once I ate it, I couldn't track it, so I ate the food, and then after it, and a lot of people experience this during a dieting phase, right? If you're really diligent with things, you eat off plan, right? You come away from your original intention, and then a wave of guilt hits you, like, oh fuck, do you know what I mean? I couldn't track it, I don't know what I had, like, and that feeling of guilt tends to manifest in two ways of people, right? The reaction. So they will either hit the fuck it button and you just start squanning everything and you're like, oh well, I've eaten this now, I'm gonna go to McDonald's and I'm gonna get burger, things you've been craving, I might as well open the floodgates. Or the second reaction, which is much more like my reaction, going, oh, I fucked it, I can't eat now, I'm gonna have to go run a 10k. And that's generally what I was contemplating, because I couldn't track the food. I tried tracking, I couldn't tell where it was, and it started frustrating me. I could feel my emotions coming up, right? And as that guilt was there, I was like, right, well, when I get home, I'm going to run a 10k, and then tomorrow I'm just going to hardly eat anything. And I know that if one of my clients actually I'd be like, right, you're being silly, stop, right? And I tell them to do what I call a 5 minute action, which is where you remove yourself from a situation, maybe do some meditating, some breathing, maybe do something simple, just like washing the dishes, right? Just breathe, you calm yourself down, let that emotion pass, right? Like that feeling of guilt, it will go, let it pass and go, right, okay, look, it was just one meal. It was one meal. I eat 4 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack, right? So that's 28 meals a week. One off-plan, off-track meal is not going to undo my progress, right? There's no need to overreact and have a fucking fast or 10k run. So today now, again, I woke up with a little bit heavier, but again, I was 400 grams heavier, so it was 79.1 instead of the day before, which was 78.3, right, or 78.8. So I would not have put on 400 grams of fat, right? This wouldn't have happened. It'd be a little bit of glycogen, maybe some sodium, right, and maybe some gut content as well. Maybe food was still sitting in my stomach. So today I've gone back to plan. So as you can see, I've got this is just a mess, right? So tuna salad, and I got these pita, which I've cut in half. I'm gonna put this inside there. As much as I'm tempted to go off, right, and just be like, right, I shouldn't eat as much. As much as I want to do that, maybe your response would be the opposite, to eat as much as possible. That 5 minute action stopped me doing something drastic and stopped me making a bad emotional decision, right? Because that's what leads on to disordered eating, which is what we don't want to be doing, right? I know I carry on this week with the plan, what I set to do, and towards the end of the week, my weight will be lighter, if not lower, than it has been the entire time. That's what I believe. We'll see now in the next few days. But it was just something I want to highlight, that even myself, with all the experience I have and all the knowledge, I still get them feelings of guilt and them feelings of like, fucking hell, want to make an emotional reaction, just the same as you will do when you mess up, right? But again, 5 minute action, remove yourself from the situation, maybe go for a walk, do some breathing, something simple, like I said, washing dishes, folding clothes, something that is just away from that current environment, and that can really help calm you down, all right? So I'm going to scran this now, down the gym to teach tonight, and then do some pad work, and then a big training day Thursday, Friday, and I'm probably going to run Saturday as well. Can't believe I've been training up this gym over a year, like 18 months. I actually only now just found the posing room where we've got proper lighting. So, I'm see, fucking, I don't know if this phone, not this phone, it's a camera. Right, so as you see, fucking feeling looking good. This should be where I do my check-ins. Fucking hell. I didn't get a full arm pump as well because of an injury in my forearm. Putting together a meal prep now for the second half of the week, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and obviously Monday next week. I got basically my omelette thing I've been having with bacon in it this time. Now, obviously today, I don't know if I said this in the car earlier, but I'm going to repeat it now if not. I put the photo of me with my top off, and everyone was messaging me saying like, you're looking class, bro, blah blah, all like the good things you'd want to hear. And I appreciate the comments massively, like I really do appreciate everyone telling me I'm looking good. But I'm going to put a post up now. The reality is the lighting in the room I was in was so good. Like, not that it's giving me a six pack, but like, there'd be a, like almost an assumption like I look that lean all the time, my top off. I don't. Like I put a photo of myself and I'll show you guys now like what I actually look like right now. So it's only been a couple of hours since I put that photo up. So nothing really changed. I had a little bit of breakfast, a little bit more water, but the reality is like it's not like I'm gaining any body fat. But then when I'm in different lighting, you'll see a much noticeably different looking physique. Now it's not that the muscle's gone, it's not that like I had a filter or anything. It's just the lighting highlights the curves and the definition a lot more. You can see like a little bit more, like as the shadows cast over the muscle, you can see the outline a lot better than obviously flat lighting or no lighting where basically almost washes you out. And I think there's a misconception actually online. You see people posting up like they top off and see young lads posting out joining their coaching, here's them looking lean, ripped. Hardly anyone looks like that all the time. Now, am I lean right now? Yeah, I'm definitely lean. But by definition of like lean, to maybe to a bodybuilder, they look at me and be like, "Oh, you look good, bro. When's your prep starting? When's the diet starting?" But someone who's competitive and gets lean full time, does it several times a year, does big, really hard like photo shoot style diets, or maybe to step on stage, they would look at me and be like, "Right, you're looking good for the start, but like when you're actually gonna start dieting, maybe." Then to someone else who maybe is overweight, they look at me and think it's almost unachievable. And then to like the average person like myself who's like trains and like has been in shape a few times, I get in and out of shape. Do you mean I go through periods of muscle building, what have you? It's a decently relatively lean look, right? But you got to understand the leanness is different for every single person. Now, for me, there's like a quote by James Clear, and it was like basically like, you gotta want the juxta. I can't remember it off by heart, but you've got to want the lifestyle for the result. And if you're not willing to live the lifestyle for that result, then you need to relinquish yourself for the desire of wanting that, right? So like, let's just like, I'll take my top off now, right? Maybe I'll go shoot it, right? This has been like a spot for us, hasn't it, during this period? And as you can see, like, look, I am looking relatively lean. Do you know what I mean? Not decent. Good definition on the biceps, but nothing like the guy you've seen. What would it be like an hour-ish ago? Nothing like that guy. The guy you saw an hour ago looked fucking yoked. Like I looked cut, like I just done a fucking sweat, and I looked solid. But I had a gym pump, and I had phenomenal lighting. Now I've got awful lighting. Pumps maybe coming down a little bit. I've had some more water, a little bit of food, some higher salt, and yeah, you're not going to see that look. You're definitely going to see that look just day to day. Now, I'd love to look like that all the time, like with phenomenal lighting, but the reality is I'm probably not, am I? So yeah, don't get sold by lighting and bullshit. I understand like your physique will change based on like location, time, food, everything else, alright? But yeah, just want to clear that up. I want you to see our new bowls. Let's put together a really nice pasta dish here. We've got spaghetti bolognese, bit of cheese on there, and I just want to show off my bowls. So I chatted my coach today, and he actually said I can end the cut. So he was happy with how lean I'm looking. Today was the lightest I've weighed since starting. I was 78.4, but I said I'll finish off the next week anyway, rather than reversing from now, just to show. Obviously I've done the full process, so potentially on Monday we're going to do a check-in Sunday, and then on his feedback on Monday we'll decide whether we do one more week cut-in or we start the reverse. But today's physique, 78.4. Let's have a look. This lighting might not be doing it, spirit, but definitely the lightest I think it's been in a long time. I feel Really good training. So I'm interested to see what calories you go to for the reverse. I imagine it's going to be starting off with 2-1, potentially 2-2, and the goal then is to stay lean, slowly add a little bit of muscle, but ready for my best holiday in Mykonos in summer. So I really don't want to get fat between now and then. I'll do a couple more. I'm gonna do a run or two this weekend, another lifting session, and then check-in Sunday and see what's that. Full day of check-ins myself as well. And then off to a wedding on Tuesday. So have a good night. Look at that. Outstanding. End of week 7. Quick check-in here. Let's have a look. This was this morning before water. No, actually, this is after water. But I've done my check-in with my coach Jake. The lightest I've weighed since starting was it yesterday before? One of them. I was down to 78.2, which I'm very happy about. So now I think we're going out. I think we're going to start reverse dieting. I'm not entirely sure. Jake is going to decide after this week's check-in. But I had a call with him. He's my coach. If you're wondering who I'm referencing, I had a call with my coach on Friday, and like, I'm happy where I am. Like, I've hit the leanness I wanted to be. Like, I could probably try and push it a little bit more if I felt like it. But I actually don't. I didn't want to get too much leaner than this. I want to be able to maintain the physique. The thing is, if you want to look a certain way, you got to live a certain lifestyle. I don't always want to be super low calories. So what we're going to do is start reversing out, which will be the next phase I'll document, where we increase calories, get a bit more pump on, a bit more energy, more carbs in the system. I'm liking the way it look. Yeah, a bit more carbs, a bit more calories, reverse out, get to enjoy nicer food. Like, this is carbless right now, but I'd be able to have this with maybe, I don't know, banana. Exciting times I'll be. And then maybe go to a muscle building phase after the summer, because I want to maintain leanness, like I said, for my holiday in July. So this is week 7. I think the cut is pretty much done. I think I felt a good sweat on yesterday. I would look a lot leaner today, but I was absolutely wrecked. The fatigue hit me for real. So today now, I'm gonna, so goal is where the bank holiday weekend, probably go for a run and lift, do a double whammy, get 2 sessions in, and then tomorrow see where I am. But I reckon I'll be quite light, and then next week got a wedding. So again, if you are cutting and you need a breakfast, this is the masterpiece. Look at this first slice now. I'll bite. See that? Cheesy bacon, bit of sriracha sauce. I love Sunday. Literally, I look forward to this every night. Before bed, I can't wait to wake up and have a coffee and this breakfast. Like, I literally can really get excited for it. Boom. Right. Hope you enjoyed the last 7 weeks and let's think. Let's see if I'm doing another week of dieting. I don't think so, though. I think it's going to be reversing. So we'll document the next process now on how to maintain lean physique while getting more calories down here. Exciting.
Look at them. Right, I am making, oh, not content. I am making homemade burgers, right? So, we clear burger week's a bit part of what I've been fancying doing this cut. So, I've got myself some, these are Marx's Finest sourdough buns. 300 calories a bun, 4 or 5 cents fat minty burgers, and I'm caramelizing some onions as well. But let me put this up. I got, this is the American cheese, like this is key to making any burger. Oh shit. Alright. So, what I'm gonna do, get these two doubles bang on there, and Then for toppings, I'm gonna go, right? I've got peanut butter and jelly for the one. And then I've got chili jam then for the other. And obviously I got some gherkins with lettuce, actually I got lettuce. And I haven't got a tomato, but I've got the gherkins.
I'm fucking fuming. This is why I have Beth cook. Well, I don't have her cook. She just cooks instead because fucking charcoal them. Right, it is what it is. We can fix it. Look at them. They actually look like smash burgers. Ugh. Can't they? Look at them. Jesus Christ. I hope they taste as good as they look because these, I'm being so excited for these burgers, like so excited. Let's give these a try. I think I'm gonna go with this one first. I think, is this peanut butter? Yeah, this is peanut butter. I don't actually know what I'm gonna get my mouth around it. Oh my god. That is outstanding. This bread as well. Caramelized onions, gherkins. That's literally outstanding. If I made these just smash burgers, so they're a bit easier to get my mouth around, would probably be a bit better. But like, that is up there. One of the best things I've made. 100%.